Stay golden, everybody. What's up? It is Monday, June 10th. I am your host. If you don't know my name by now, are we really friends? I don't know. It's obviously a podcast. I hope you guys are all still up and awake and alive, watching some baseball already going down. A couple of games delayed, PPD'd. Fun. That's why we play the sport. I apologize if I eat a little bit of food while I'm talking to you guys. A little late getting home, piecing some food together. For some reason, we brought home 2 little itty bitty pieces of fish from our dinner that we had the other night. 2 little tiny pieces. Yummy fish. All right, well, let's get right into it. Hope everybody had a good weekend, a good week. Got a quick shout out real quick. Harley, come here.
Okay.
Quick shout out. It's not official yet, but happy birthday there, 9-year-old. Not
Thanks.
official. Not official. It's official tomorrow, but happy birthday, buddy.
Thanks.
Love you.
Love you too.
All right, man. Get out of here. Get off my show. Get out of here. Happy birthday, Harley. It's his birthday tomorrow. Fortunately enough for me, I was able to get off. Fun story about working. And then you schedule it off. You get signed off on scheduling it off. And then they just put you on the schedule. No. Oh, them fries are pretty good. All right. So, anyways, 2 minutes into this thing, we haven't talked really once about baseball. Let's talk about Week 10, and then we'll break down Week 11. Week 10, this is what happened. These are the results. This is where your league is right now, swinging and missing, just holding on to number 1. Woo! But if anybody has anything to say, we'll talk about this person later. Rally Trump Monkeys. Coming up, edging out. He was 8.5 games back last week, 7.5 games back this week. Number 3, All Rise for D's Nuts. Number 5, Red Sox Nation coming back in the top 6 and falling to number 6, Trippin' Billies after a very close matchup there, Shane. We'll talk about that in a little bit later. Falling out of the top 6, and then your bottom 6, Captain Redbeard 7, right on top of his old lady Nicole's team at number 8, number 9, Fenway Sluggers, number 10, Harry Perry Testicles, number 11, Redbirds, and number 12, Rayford Peaches. All right, let's get into it. First off, gotta call out Oops of the Week. This one may be a twofer, and you guys need to ask yourselves, because I've already pretty much answered it. I'll go ahead and answer it anyways. But who did the oops? Last week we had 2 monster days from 2 batters. And on Thursday, somebody was going, oh shit. Max Kepler, just 1 spot down under that utility. 3 runs, 3 home runs, 4 RBIs, batting $1,000. And the other is Rayford Peaches. She unfortunately sat Jay Bruce, who put up 3 runs, 2 home runs, and drove in 6 on the ribbies. Now, after a very deep and in-depth research of who was really affected by this oops, Bill, sir, had you played Max Kepler, you would have won the runs. 28, 29, 30, 31 to 28 would have been the score. Therefore, boop, swinging you a point, making it 5-3. Then in the home runs, would have been close, but you would have had 12 instead of 9. And in the RBIs, you would have had 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, and then your OBP would have been up over the 320 mark, I guarantee you, therefore taking away a point of his, therefore making the score now 4-4. Dang it. Because you'd have taken that point, it'd have been your point, and obviously you had 3, then you would have had 4. I did the math, people. Okay, shut the fuck up. But, oops, you left him on the bench, and therefore swinging and missing gets the win 5-2. Close matchup. Love the ERA scores, by the way, from you guys. 4 and 5. I love them. Love it. But either way, doesn't really matter who you're playing, because I'd have whooped Eric's ass. Doesn't matter. Anyways, those are the oops of the week. We had 2 of them. Mad props. All right, here we go. Here it is. It was mentioned in the chat. I was like, do I really want to give mad props to this fucker? But I do. We have played 10 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. This is the halfway point. We'll get into that a little bit later. But here it is. I started to look back because he mentioned it, and I was like, no, come on. Week 1 was a tie. Week 2 was a win. Weeks 3 and 4 were ties. Weeks 5 and 6 were wins. Then a tie, and he's been on a 3-game winning streak. Wins over Captain Redbeard, Nicole's team, and Harry Paratesticles. His last. The only undefeated Chris Walker. Mad props to you. You are undefeated. And then, of course, I had to look up who are the teams that haven't won a game. And that would be Ray. She's going on a 4-game losing streak right now. And I believe the other is Redbirds. That's probably why they're down there at the bottom. But Redbirds did pull out a tie last week after going 3 games with a loss. So that may be the only ones. Yep. Because Harry Paratesticles, I gave him mad props for winning against Redbirds, and then he got a twofer and beat Fenway Sluggers. Fenway Sluggers has had 3 wins this season. Cole's team. Be another one we'll be talking about here in a few minutes. But let's get into your players for the past 7 days. Your top 3. Encarnacion. 8 runs, 5 home runs, 9 RBIs, batting .371. Michael Trout, 8 runs, 3 home runs, 5 RBIs, batting .484. And Christian Yelich, sure enough, made things interesting. 4 runs, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, batted .640. On the season, your batters are Christian Yelich, number 1. Bellinger's number 2. Trout's number 3. Your pitchers past 7 days. Walker Buehler, 15 innings pitched. He got 2 wins, 20 Ks, .60 on the ERA, and .53 on the WHIP. Chris Sale pitched 9 innings, got 1 win, 12 Ks, .00 on the ERA, and .33 on the WHIP. And Cole Hamels, 1 win, 10 Ks, .00 on the ERA, .50 on the WHIP. Your season leaders for your pitchers, Verlander, Ryu, and Giolito. His last name, or his name, will bring up something else that I'm curious about. But again, another Sunday fun day for a lot of teams out there. Watching the last game was really fun, and it just felt like sweet justice. You know, Shane, I watched almost every single minute of that Cub-Cardinals game. And every at-bat, you know, Paul Goldschmidt come up, he'd get a hit. Matt Carpenter, strike out, not get a hit, fly out. I was like, man, that reminds me of a certain game last season with your ass. Only thing was, I was sitting there with Paul Goldschmidt and Matt Carpenter on my team, and they let me down. And so they let you down. Sweet justice, baby. It was poetic. I was sitting there like, ugh. It's real close. Real close. All you needed was 1 RBI and you tied. Get 2 and you win. Let that sink in for one more day. And then realize you're on to the next week, sir. You're still in the top 6. That's all we need. That's all you need, baby. Get in the top 6. That's it. But I beat you. Anyways, moving on. Chick fight was good. It was a little bit of a nail biter. Came down to the wire. And the reason I didn't give Ray the, big oops is because, okay, yeah, she missed out on the home runs, but she won the home runs. She missed out on the runs. She would have tied the runs, so therefore it would have been a tie matchup. But the RBIs, she just got demolished in. And, look, I've said it once, and now I'm going to say it again. Y'all need to watch out for Nicole's team, okay? She's coming, all right? And she might be bumping one of us out of the top 6, okay? She's got a pretty damn good lineup. She's got Kyle Schwarber, Trey Turner, Francisco Lindor, 2 shortstops that anybody in this mofo would like to have. Anthony Rizzo's been hot. A couple, second baseman, or third baseman, Mitch Haniger blew out a testicle. That sucks, but still. And she's got some mad pitchers on her team. Jacob deGrom, Mike Minor's been doing good. John Lester had a good week. Zach Greinke, Steven Matz, Matthew Boyd, even Malley's doing pretty well. Y'all watch out for old Nick, man. I'm telling you. I'm surprised ain't nobody been going after her for trades. Y'all know you can hit her up. She'll just take a minute to get back with you, but come on, man. You will make your team better. You need pitching out there, certain people. She's got them. She might need a second baseman. She might need a third baseman. I don't know. Looking at her roster. I don't know. Let's get away from week 10. Let's break into the halfway point. This is week 11. If you are new, we have 22 regular season weeks. Trust me when I say every week counts. And all the way up until week 22, it is undecided of who your top 6 will be. I guarantee you this season will be no different. We will have a lock in at first place. I'm certain of it. But the next 5, no sir. It will come down to the last week. And this week is the halfway point. Week 11. Because guess what? 11 plus 11 equals 22. And then we go into the 3 weeks of either your consolation or your championship. I don't know why I said it that way. So, anyways, this is a big week. Because you've had enough time. You've had 10 weeks up to this point to know what your team is about and what you're expecting from your roster. If you need to change it, you need to do so by either waiver wire pickups, which if you're looking for a pitcher on the waiver wire, they ain't there. They have ghosted us this season. It's probably best that you pick up somebody that you think's a rookie that might be coming out in the later months. But that's a risk that you got to take. Or, and this is my favorite part, you need to make a trade. You need to ask somebody else. They have a position that you could fill, and they have a player that you could benefit from. I'm not saying it's going to change the entire dynamic, but I am saying that it might make you feel better at the end of the day having them play on your team and not on theirs, and you need them, and you are sitting there with 4 third basemen, and somebody else needs a third baseman out there, and you're like, So, anyways, all right. So, matchups of the week. I'm looking at 3 teams right now, 3 matchups. All Rise versus Trippin' Billies. Both teams coming off of losses. Captain Redbeard's no longer in the top 6. He's looking to try to get back in there. Can he beat Swinging and Missing? And Nicole's team versus Red Sox Nation. Telling y'all, this one's going to be interesting. Y'all need to watch it. Okay? All right. So, I put a little note in here about how close this is. So, other than Eric, have a 7.5 game lead on Walker. 11.5 games on Bill. This is how close everybody is in that following 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7. Bill has an 11.5 game lead. 2 games ahead of me. He is only 2.5 games ahead of Red Sox Nation. And 3 games ahead of Trippin' Billies. Just like that, all 3 of those could switch. Right underneath Trippin' Billies, only a half game back out of 6th place is Robbie. Now this is where it gets a little bit interesting. 8th place, Nicole's team, is 21 games back. So she's 6 games out of being in 7th place. But it's only week 11. That's how much time she has to get into that position. So that's what? 6.5 games out of 6th place? Yeah. Because it's not, yeah. And 7 games out of 5th place. Just like that, she could be up there. Fenway Sluggers is at 26. So it starts to get a little different. 28.5 is Breeder. 31.5 games is Redbirds, and 33 is Rayford Peaches. All I'm saying is, if you turned it up just a little bit, any of those teams could still make the top 6. We got plenty of time, but every week counts. I'm going to keep waving my fingers in this episode for some reason. So, my last question is, I'd like to know. Hold on one second. Whoop. Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, I'm in the middle of doing my podcast.
Oh, baby, I'm sorry. I can call you back. What do you need? Another 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Love you.
All right, love you too.
Hi, guys.
Tell that guy Jordan that's there at that conference with you next time you see him in passing, set his fucking roster.
I will tell him to set his fucking roster.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
All right, Rayford Peaches live from Dallas, Texas.
That's right. Live from Dallas, Texas, Rayford Peaches is here. On the line, what questions do you have for me? These nuts?
I'll have to ask you that off air.
All right, I'll call you back in about 15 minutes.
Oh, what happened to 10?
What?
What happened to 10 minutes?
You always go longer.
Okay.
I give you an alarm, and you always go 5 minutes over.
Oh my gosh. All right, call me back.
I love you, bye.
Love you too, bye. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, what were we talking about? Oh. So I'm curious. Man, fish is a little dry. 10 weeks in, everybody has made moves. Everybody has made adjustments to their rosters, either via the trade or the waiver wire pickup. Every single team. Not one team has not missed out, even Redbirds. Although I doubt that he'll be chiming in to answer this question, I'm curious, for all you other teams out there, who is your favorite pickup so far right now? I'm just curious. Drop a line underneath. Show me that you watched this video all the way up to 20 minutes. Who's your favorite pickup on your team so far off the waiver wires, not in a trade? As of right now, I'll go ahead and give mine. Probably is going to be Lucas Giolito. Nobody saw this coming from him. Everyone always said, coming into last season, he had the right stuff. He was a dud last season. I forget who dropped him. He was out there. I picked him up on a whim, and that boy has been on fire. Man, he is not lost in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. When he pitches, they want to play. Even by like 2 wins or 2 runs, they win. 7.2 innings against Kansas City. 7.1 against Cleveland. He shut out Kansas City a couple of weeks ago. He shut out Houston. Nobody saw that. That's when a lot of people started like perking their ears up, and I already had him before then. So, anyways, that's my throw out there. Who knows? I don't really think I have too many other people that I've picked up off of waivers in terms of batting. I think everybody I pretty much traded for. So, again, who's your favorite pickup off the waiver wire? Who's made an impact on your team? I'm curious. I want to know. Let us all know. That's week 10. That's a wrap. Week 11, halfway point, well on its way. Set your rosters, ladies and gentlemen. You being in Dallas, Texas, ain't a good excuse, bitches. There's only 2 people that are over there, so they'll play in this league. Hope everybody has a good week. Happy birthday. Thoughts and prayers with David Ortiz, man. Some funky shit, man. This world is fucking crazy. Alright, man. Y'all have a good night.